going to be honest with you. If you post on your Instagram story and saying, buying my PC card for 70% comps, hit me up, nobody's going to hit you up. I hate to break it to you.
Now you're preaching.
Yeah, now I'm preaching.
Now I'm preaching.
Open up the OJ Pop. It's Ham House. Come on. Welcome to Ham House. No such thing as too loud. We can't even slow down. We about to roll out. Welcome to Ham House. Time to take control now. Putting kids in time out before we pull our arrow out. Welcome to Ham House. Welcome to Ham House.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ham House Sports. It's Big Matt and Little Matt, and this is What's Up with Ham House Sports. September, have been on for a while, but we got a lot going on today. Big Matt, tell them what we got going on today.
So we do this once a month just to kind of update everybody on kind of the state of the hobby from our perspective. For those of you who've been following along for a while, you know that Little Matt and I started the card deal about a year
1 year
ago,
ago.
and we've learned so much, man.
learned a lot.
We do this as a way to kind of keep folks encouraged. And I want to tell you guys a quick story. Can I tell a story?
What,
Okay.
what story?
A story, just a story.
Okay.
I had a conversation the other day with somebody local to Wilmington, and they just said, man, the hobby gets tough, right? You get burnt out and you get beat up and people lowball you and you lose money and you want to give up. And they said this to me, and I'm just using this as a testimony. They said, I watch you guys and it makes me want to stay in the hobby. And dude, I'm telling you, man, that was like one of the most rewarding things. Like
Yeah.
I was so like appreciative of that. And, you know, we were in Dallas this past weekend. We had people stopping us. It was just cool. So we're going to continue to do this once a month. Appreciate you guys watching. But we kind of talk about the state of the hobby.
Yep.
We talk about kind of the state of Ham House Sports, and then we're about where we're going.
Yep.
So first thing I want to talk about, Matthew, is inventory flipping.
Yes. So right after the National, that was a month ago. So right after the National, we had some big cards. We picked up Shohei Ohtani, Bowman Chrome. I'll use that one as an example. At the National, it was PSA 9. We bumped it to a 9.5. We were so happy. We were to the moon. We were just kind of thinking like, man, do we sell it? Do we hold it? What do we do with it, right? So we decided to sell it, and he got hurt like a week later.
So let's talk about this, though. I struggle sometimes with guys, you know, and guys, girls, whatever, whoever is on the internets, and they're going, hey, dude, I just got this card, sweet pickup, already sold. You know what I mean? Like,
Incoming and already sold.
And the reason, but we all do it, right?
Yeah.
We all do it. But so flipping cards is part of the hobby. But I think I want to talk about why you flip cards, not just for the sake of flipping cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you flip cards? Give me one reason why you flip cards.
To make money.
Of course, but talk about why you would flip a card. So
Maybe
making money.
Making money. Maybe the player is at his highest price.
No, that's a different thing. So about making money. So you flip it because you've made money.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, profit.
There's a profit on the card.
Yes.
So that's one reason why you would sell a card.
Yes.
Okay. Now, why would you want more money?
So you can go buy another card?
Cash rules everything around me. Cream.
Okay,
You
yeah.
wouldn't know that. That's
I have
like,
no clue what you're talking about.
It's-
It's old people talk.
it's an old rap
Old
song.
people talk.
Come on, man. Cream. Anyway, yes, people want cash. People want more money.
Yeah.
Why do we flip cards?
To go buy PC cards.
Yes. So if you're making money on a card and you sell that card, you can use that profit to fund PC purchases.
Yeah, I remember we started it was a little bit ago, but I said, Dad, I think we should take like all the profit we get from cards. So if we bought a card for $800, sold it for $1,200, we should take that $400, put it in a separate account, and then use that money to go buy the cards we like.
Right. Here's a perfect example. A 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantle. This card was purchased entirely with profit.
Free. Yep,
Okay. So that card is net free to us. Although we spent money to buy it, it's net free because we had made that money on another card.
Yeah.
Now, on the second reason was another reason why you would sell a card.
Um,
You said it earlier.
Because maybe the player is at his highest price.
Yes, the player has peaked. Okay.
Yep.
So tell them about the Shohei. Why?
Ohtani was basically at the highest price that he's ever been. And
Not only that he's ever been
but
at.
it was probably the high, not highest because Trout and Soto were really high during the pandemic. But in the past 2 years, he was the highest price that a player's ever been
Right.
for a Bowman Chrome base autograph, 9.5. So we decided, you know what? He's at his highest price. We're making money on it. So 2 of the big reasons, we sold it, and he got injured about a week later.
Yeah. And then that would be the third reason. Why would you? So the second reason is a player's at his peak. If you follow the markets and you follow the trends, you see the peaks of cards and players. We saw a definite peak in Ohtani, and we said, now is the time to sell. And it was
Yep.
perfect timing. Like, like our faith is huge to us. We're both Christians. We follow
Yep.
Jesus. And I would say that like the favor and the timing and the blessing is like, we're grateful for that, because that Ohtani could not have happened in a more perfect situation.
Yeah.
And it did. And so we capitalized on it. Like, you have to recognize the moment when it's in front of you to capitalize. This is something I'm telling Matthew, or teaching Matthew in this whole process, is capitalize on the moment when it's in front of you. That's about selling a card at its peak. And the third reason is
Because he might get injured.
There we go. You're 3 for 3. Look at you. 3 for 3. You might get injured. So listen, we are collecting cards on Modern Sports of people that can get injured, get arrested, get in trouble.
He can't get
Yeah.
injured
Mickey Mantle cannot get injured, okay?
or arrested.
But Lazaro Montez can, right? And we hope he doesn't, because we like him a lot. But the reality is, when you're dealing in modern sports cards, you've got to be aware of the volatility of the market. And so that's why it's good to stay liquid. Now, here's what I'll say, though. You cannot stay liquid for the sake of staying liquid.
Yeah.
It kills the hobby. If there are no collectors, there is no hobby,
Yeah.
period. It's like everybody dating the same girl. It's just ugly, and it's just not good, right? And this
Yeah.
is going to take us into like state of the hobby, okay? So Dallas, tell me some things that kind of you recognized in Dallas.
Dallas, I feel like a lot of people had money to spend in Dallas. It was a very big selling show for us and a big selling show for everybody else, but they just didn't sell to us, I guess, because we did not buy that many cards.
We bought some cards, but
I think we made 2 deals.
well, we weren't chasing
Like the
football like
football,
everybody else.
If we were to chase football, we made a lot more deals, but we picked up some pretty cool cards in Dallas. We'll show you all those later. But
What else did you learn in Dallas?
Beckett was horrible.
Beckett, let's rephrase that. On-site grading
On-site grading
was
with Beckett
tough.
was very
was tough.
tough.
At the National, we got spoiled because we got
Good
9.5
grades.
on the Waddle. We got bumped. On-site grading at the Dallas show was really tough. It wasn't just us. It was a bunch of people. Like we had a 7. We had a 6.5. We had 8s, 8.5s. It was, we did have an authentic. It was crazy. There was a lot of stuff. And so that brings me to the state of the hobby. Let's talk about this. I believe right now the grading companies are really cracking down on
cracking.
grading. Yes,
They're really
especially
cracking down on cracking.
they're cracking down on cracking. And here's the deal. For the longest time, people have been crossing cards, right? So you've got like this. This is a 1954 Bowman Willie Mays. It's in a BVG 3. A lot of people would crack this out and send it over to SGC and see if it gets a 3 or PSA or whatever. In modern cards, let's just take this as an example. This is an Adley Rushman First Bowman Auto, 9.5 Gem Plus. There's a lot of guys that are going to take this and crack it out and send it over to PSA, see if it could upgrade to a 10. And the reason why they're doing that is a lot of guys are cleaning cards now, prepping cards now. And listen, we get all of that. But what I'm saying is I think the grading companies are really cracking down. And we've seen a couple of things, right? There are, like, it's harder to crack cards now.
Yeah.
And companies are actually double checking these cards.
Yeah.
So tell me about this card we had this week from PSA.
So basically, we bought a Jackson Churio refractor auto raw from somebody on Instagram. And we sent it to PSA where we think it has a good shot at a gym. And we get an email saying, your order's been held up. So he calls PSA, tell him to find out. The Churio was graded before.
It was graded previously, and they ran through their cross checks. So PSA is now checking cards that have serial numbers
Yep.
for previous gradings. Okay. And then also too, when you're cracking cards out of BGS or SGC and sending them to PSA, I even had a conversation with somebody at PSA that they're kind of frowning upon that now. So I'm just telling you guys, like, that part of the hobby.
And we heard from other people, like the PSA slabs are way harder to crack now. Like
Yeah.
they're making a new slab that's like unbreakable, or trying to make it unbreakable.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and that leads me to the next point. You wanted to talk about lowballing.
I could talk about this all day.
This makes little Matt mad.
It makes me so mad. It ticks me off because people offering 70%. Bro, the last one sold for 1,000. But my least
You even
thing.
said bro.
I know this is what the flippers do, and not just some
You're a
flippers are good.
flipper too.
I'm a flipper too, but I like to pay strong for cards because if you don't pay strong for cards, 90% of the time you don't get the card.
Instead of like cutting down lowballing, talk about the value in paying strong.
Okay.
Like,
There's so much value in paying strong, and all these people have it stuck in their mind. I can't buy on eBay. I'm setting the comp. That is the worst lie ever. You know what? Let's take this card. Take this card. This guy is the number one prospect in baseball, and he's going to get called up in the next year, and there's no question about it. We bought that card on eBay. You can go check our comp. But guess what? We're not selling that card. So why would we even think, oh, I'm going to set a comp? Guess what? That guy's going to get called up, and that card's going to go to the moon.
Yep. So I think the point is like, if the hobby is entirely built on 70 to 80% comps, the hobby doesn't exist.
Yes. Because
the hobby exists because you are going to sell to someone that is willing to pay comparable market value. Now, everybody can get in and have fun and play in the pool or whatever. But like, if everybody's taking water out of the pool, guess what? There is no pool left. And so I think we're at a moment now, Matthew, you don't know this. I'm going to teach you. So when I graduated college, I was in real estate sales. And back in 2004, 2005, 2006, it's what they called the mortgage crisis, the mortgage bubble.
Yeah.
So people were like getting mortgages on homes, and mortgage lenders were paying appraisers to put a falsified value on the house. Exactly. So they could get more of a mortgage.
So it basically is the same thing as shield bidding, right?
It's very much like shield bidding. So when you've got
shield bidding, for those who don't know, is bidding up a card on eBay so it goes for a higher price, so it sets a higher comp, so you can sell your card, the same card, for higher.
Exactly. So when you've got shield bids going on and you've got everybody paying low comps, and you've got backdoor situations with people cracking cards and selling them raw.
And faking Michael Jordan, authentic game-worn jerseys.
Yeah, for sure. There's just a lot of stuff in the hobby right now that makes me reflect back on
2006,
2007, and the mortgage situation. And guess what? That bubble burst. Now, I'm not doomsday guy saying the hobby. Listen, guys love sports, and they're going to collect cards with guys' faces on them. But there are things in the hobby that raise concern for me when I go, okay, all of this stuff is kind of backdoor, money changing hands. Nobody knows about it. Crack it out. Let me pay PSA. I'm going to buy this guy off.
Pay Panini to get.
It sounds like the mafia and like the cartel in like, Prohibition.
1920s.
I'm just telling you.
There's going to be a point. Just be ready.
Be mindful. Be mindful.
Be ready.
And stay away from that crap.
Because like you said, the bubble burst in like 2008, there might be a bubble burst coming soon with
just stay advised.
And
be aware. Don't get overextended. Don't participate in the nonsense. Do it right. Be loyal. Run a good business. Be clean about it. Legitimacy. Anyway, sorry. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just telling you stuff that I see that brings up massive concern. Am I preaching?
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
You're card preaching.
Card preaching, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so finally.
Card preaching with Matt Ham.
There we go. Where are we going from here? Let's wrap this up.
All right, tomorrow, Raleigh Card Show. Going up there. Also going to the NC State game. Go Pack. So they're going to pull off the win against VMI tomorrow. Then the week after that, we're setting up in Myrtle Beach with our buddy Justin, NC Memorabilia. After that, I think we have Nashville. Nashville's going to be probably
looking ahead to Nashville, looking ahead to Myrtle Beach. We've got some great vintage inventory that we've picked up that we're going to have available in Nashville, and in Myrtle Beach, and we got some grading orders at PSA right now. We're waiting on some prospect stuff back. We're still looking at prospect baseball. Tua Tagovailoa. Let me talk about Tua coming out, just doing it. I got fins to the left, fins to the right. There we go. Tua looked good. So we picked up a Tua Tagovailoa.
He looked more than good.
It's actually inbound right now.
PSA 10 contenders auto.
Yeah, so we're pumped about that. So football season is upon us. We're feeling good, feeling pumped. Really appreciate you guys watching. Any final thoughts?
Yes, a few final thoughts. Number one, Tua Tagovailoa will win this year's NFL MVP. Unless he gets hit again.
Unless you heard it here first on House Sports.
Bet
the money line, baby.
Hey, we'll come back to this video and
bet the money line, baby.
We'll come back to the video.
You need to put your money where your mouth is.
I want to. I'm kind of broke after I buy this good stuff on eBay today.
I'm not letting the 13-year-old gamble. Go ahead. Next.
Yeah, isn't that illegal?
Yes. What's the next one?
The next one is
I can't
pay strong for cards. Because
Little Matt's lessons. Pay strong for cards.
Pay strong cards. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you post on your Instagram story and saying, buying my PC card for 70% comps, hit me up, nobody's going to hit you up. I hate to break it to you.
Now you're preaching.
Yeah, now I'm preaching.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This wraps it up for What's Up with Ham House Sports.
Peace.